Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is going to be an adventure. We have a new map. This is the winter update from Railroads Online. And we are, they've made a bunch of changes. First of all new interface. A lot of new, like, I think there's like a middle mouse button here to open the player abilities menu so we can get to the destruct stuff faster. Rerailing, chopping, and that's really nice how they did that. I'm going to turn that off, though. I want to go back. And then we also have a whole new map here. People have said that this one's a lot easier to run on. The map is actually, I think from what JV said, 4 times, either twice or 4 times the size of the original maps. So it's a much larger map. It's going to make railroads that make a lot more realistic sense so that you're not trying to like wind back and forth through these little tight spaces. You might still have some of that. But supposedly, in general, this is an easier layout to build. This time, hey, what's up, Cameo? This time, I would like, as long as you guys are in agreement, or you, Micah, are in agreement, maybe JVS or whoever else comes on, I want to build this in a more realistic fashion. So, for example, at the Sawmill, instead of making all these loops and pretzels, we basically will put a marshalling yard in where trains can come in and drop off and pick up cars, and then we'll have a switcher at the facility to move things in and out and get it loaded. And so that is my idea for this railroad, kind of make it a little bit more realistic, and trains will have turnarounds at the ends, but not necessarily in the middle. We're not going to be doing all these looping in and out. Now, some of the facilities may require that, but I'm going to try to make it so that we mostly do it the way a real railroad does it. And so, hello, Mr. Krabs and Scania Lover. Welcome to the video. Hopefully you guys have fun tonight and enjoy what we're going to do. This is going to be a learning experience because this is all new for us on this map. So, let's take a holy crap. Did you look at the map yet, Micah?
No. I have $2,000. Do you want me to buy a couple of carts or something?
Yeah, you might as well get more of these. Maybe a couple, let's see. 2 more of the log carts. Let's see. What can they do? Because if we have wheat things, crap! I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, guys. It's map is M, right? And it looks
Go
like.
ahead and think about which carts you would like me to get.
Yeah, because I'm not sure exactly. Seed pallets will probably go to the farm, right? And then they're going to grow wheat, and that's probably going to go to the cattle farm, and then the cattle are going to go to the meat processing plant. Oh my gosh. So I would say maybe we kind of start the same way we normally do, Micah, and do logging. So do 2.
A Betsy kind of porter is 1,900.
That's a drop price, isn't it?
Or a regular porter is $2,000. I could buy another engine if you wanted.
I don't think we need another one quite yet.
Well, I'm just saying it would be a free engine.
Oh, I see. And then I could buy the cars.
Yeah, and then that way.
Okay. Yeah,
I can't.
Let me look at
put
here.
a light on it or nothing though.
That's fine. It doesn't have to. We'll just run it during the day, maybe.
What number would you like it?
What number is Montezuma?
I have no idea.
Hang on. I'm in the menu too. I can't see. Hang on.
Want to make it a 0?
Make it number 0.
Just make it 0.
Hey, what's up, Louie? Not yet, Louie, because it is. I guess we could do open once we get the rail line run, but we really have nothing run, so there's nothing for anybody to do but watch, kind of. So this one doesn't have a number on it. So I guess go with number 2. And what are they calling this? This is Aurora Falls. Is that what these are called? Yeah, Aurora Falls. Okay.
There you go. We got a second engine already.
Look at that. There we go. There's the porter. Little Mick. 0. This will be a fine train for logging. The porters are actually pretty decent. They have a decent amount of speed. They're not super fast, but they're not slow. All right, real quick here. Let's take a look at. I wanted to see what's new in props. Is everything kind of the same? Yeah, they haven't really added too much since last time we played. There's a lot of new decorations, though. Let's take a look under engines.
Ooh, let's see.
Right, Louis. What's up, Jaywa? No, I would like to do the track laying myself. Thank you all. This carries cordwood and straw bales. Okay, so we are going to need some bulkhead flats. Sugarcane low side, tools, iron ore, coal, oil barrels. What is the flat? Steel pipes. Beams, lumber, and raw iron. Cordwood, straw bale. So seed pallets, I don't even think we can move those yet. Oh, there's gold ore here. There's a gold mine, huh? Oil barrel, seed pallets. Okay, so we have to get box cars to move the seed pallets.
I'm trying to throw wood into this thing and it's not working.
Jay was a track saying link sucks, y'all. What are you trying to do, Micah?
Yule and the porter.
Oh.
Hmm.
So a bunch of new cars, even on the small end, which I like. I like the small cars are what we're going to be using for a while, so we're not going to upsize until later. Takes a while to get your... Oh, and that's the snow plow. It's already plowing for you. So sucks. Oh, I can't repeat that. So there's the Porter. Porter 2, $2,000. I think that's a new price. You get the 10 mile, which is a coal engine. This is awesome. Is that coal also? Yep, this is a coal-fired. I can see getting this pretty early on. That's a neat engine. The Ferries and Cliff House. We've seen that before. Did they change this? They changed it a little bit, I think. Maybe not. This seems like it was a lot lower than it was originally. But maybe that's not changed. I'll have to go back and watch my old videos. The Eureka, the Glenbrook, the Climax, the Heisler. These are all engines that have been in Ruby Basin. They did a big update, yep. And there was more coming for the UI. The UI is only like halfway done, I think. Thank you, TR Summers. 34 months, man. That is a lot of subbing. We've got the Mosca Cook, and then we have the Coal Cook. These are moguls, by the way. We have these also in Railroads Online. And here is a Cook 280, which is going to be a 280 is, oh, Lord, consolidated. So we got a mogul and then a consolidated. And another consolidated here. Denver and Rio Grande. This is the big, I think this is the, no, that's not it. That's the Tweetsy. Here, there's a Lime. I love this. I totally want this engine. This is, we got a small size, but still large cupola. And this is going to be another consolidated from Lima. And then we have this, which you guys should, those of you that are huge Denver and Rio Grande fans, this is the Class 125, which is what they use on both the Denver and Rio Grande and the, oh, what is the name of the other railroad? Cumbras and Toltec. Toltec and Cumbras? I think it's Cumbras and Toltec. And this engine, you'll notice, is a Cook, I'm sorry, it is a Mikado. So it's a 282 setup. And that is, we can't get to that yet, but it's too expensive. $20,000. Ouch. Moni and Liza are doing well. They do come in different colors. Some of these engines have really cool colors available. And the new thing that they're doing is that they are making them look weathered. They have some weathered paint schemes along with the regular paint schemes. Like, that is freaking awesome. I love it. I love, like, that. That's what we're getting. If Dirty is available, do it.
Okay.
Do dirty. And so anyway, yeah, some of these they've updated these to have dirty paint jobs, which I love. Some of them don't, but
man, the Montezuma's just sitting there shaking on the tracks.
Is it? Oh, is it? I think it's a multiplayer glitch.
It must be. It's just like.
Oh, it's a leap year, so we have an extra day. I didn't realize that. Did you know this was a leap year, Micah?
Yeah.
I did not know.
Yep. We got another eclipse as
Awesome.
well next month.
Oh, that's right. The
in
eclipse, too.
April.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Little Mick, and I need to buy, before we get started, I'm going to wait. We're going to put some tracks together here. So we're going to be heading to basically we want to connect the freight, or the sawmill, the freight depot, and we're going to go past the wheat farm here.
Oh, the log camp is over there, huh?
Yeah. So I'm going to just start the track, Micah, and if you want to help me cut trees as we go, that would be excellent.
Call me the Sawman.
The Sawman. Saw. So first things first, look at this is all weird now. Okay, so our controls, they've taken away our little control thing. I'm not real happy about that. Open abilities menu, no. Open construction menu, no. 4 and 6. Oh, they're kind of showing us though. What is the key to make it go into the different modes? Is it this? Nope. Yeah, just give me a minute to figure this out, guys, because they've changed some of this. So hang on a second. I had to go. It's number 5. It's the same as it was. They don't have the little hints anymore. Okay, so we're gonna run the track out, and probably I'm gonna make this. See how far out, Micah? Is this where we should have the switches? Do you think to get into that breakout area?
What's a breakout area?
Like where we have the 3 separate tracks.
Oh yeah.
Like about this far out, you think?
Yeah, that looks good.
And should I use a triple or should we just use?
No, unless the triples can be flipped on their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're kind of a pain, aren't they?
If
Yeah.
they can't, then I wouldn't. I think the only time I'd use a triple is in a low traffic area.
Okay. So I need to press. What is it? Is it to do a different point? Is it 2? Yeah.
Like if you're on a main line, I wouldn't use a triple on a main line.
Nope, that didn't work. Crap. That did not go as planned. He said, I don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about the switches. Yeah, it used to be 5, right? Yep. So we have these different switches.
Head to the logging camp.
And then the triple has 3 switches in one. Let's head to the sawmill first, Micah, because then we'll run a line to the my gosh, I can't talk tonight.
I'm just gonna go look at it to see which
Okay.
way you got to come in and out.
I'm thinking of going to the sawmill first because the product will go from the sawmill to here, and then from the sawmill to the logging camp. So I want to kind of thinking what we should do is run a line this way, and then run a line, maybe come back this way. Yes, you're talking about a turntable, and yes, it does have a turntable. And a carousel, that's not a bad way to put it. I'm sorry, Mike, what?
No, I'm sorry.
Let's see. So we have that switch there. And then this train is going this way. Yeah, we're going to do number 2 for the point. There we go. Okay. Yes. So now we're going to connect this and oops. That didn't work. No, I'm a little congested because I've been cleaning the house and it's a mess. So 4 and 6 will flip this around. And I also have the microphone up a little bit, so that could be part of the reason why I sound nasal or congesty. But I am a little bit congested now that you mention it. So not allergy season yet. Not for a couple more weeks, months. Oh no, that did not work at all. Ugh, what the heck? Okay. We're going to do this by hand then, I guess. Stupid thing. And we're going to make number 5. What the? No. What the deuce? Oh, they've changed this around a little bit. It's not quite as exciting as it used to be. Precise. And we'll take it to about here.
While you're doing that, I'm going to just try to run to all the facilities and put down telegraph houses.
That's like a brilliant idea. So, thank you. There we go. Perfection has been achieved. So what we're going to be doing is, everyone's going to hate this, but we're going to be primarily doing, not that we ever run into each other anyway, but primarily single track with maybe some passes like how we did in how the railroad is set up in Railroader, the best train game ever for those of us that like model railroads, style railroading. And I'm shocked to see that we don't have a ton of people, and usually people love this game. I'm kind of surprised it's not.
Maybe they didn't get the
invite.
James ain't here because of the weather.
Yeah, it's true. Javius doesn't have internet tonight because of the weather. We got like nothing. We stayed up because we were my wife and I are cleaning the house and like dog freeing it because we're getting ready to sell it. So the baby's sleeping upstairs. And I have a little cam that one of you guys sent me. I think it was B. Whitey that sent it. But like a little baby cam that we have so we can hear her. But with the storm, we didn't want to go to sleep because we were afraid that maybe there'd be an issue with it, like us not hearing a tornado siren or something. So we were up till like 4 o'clock in the morning last night waiting for the storm to pass. And honestly, it like lightninged for about 10 minutes and the wind got up for about 5 minutes and then that was it. It was like 3 minutes of rain. I'm like, what? I thought we were supposed to get this massive storm and it turned into nothing. Yeah, we will have to do some passing sightings for sure. So anyway, I just slept in. It was okay. We didn't have anything on the schedule for today. I had to take Mark, his dog help him take the dog to the vet because he needed a ride. So we did that and got that taken care of. So there wasn't a whole lot that went on today. And I mopped both the bathrooms, getting them ready for their cleaning for sale. Boop. There we go. Your gutters were screaming.
Ethan's. I'll go to the sawmill next.
Do the sawmill. To the mill. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. And we're going to run down there and bring this back. Same thing. So, this is an absolutely gorgeous map. I'm excited that there's areas that have snow in it, which is really cool. And hoping that we can, I don't know, utilize is probably not the right word, but that we can somehow, I will be working up there, so it should be cool to be able to have that eventually in what we're doing. I don't know how long it is before they do the next map. They keep releasing maps, they're kind of quick now, so I feel like we never even really got to do the last map. But then again, we kind of quit out on the game for a long time, so simply because there wasn't enough going on, and I wanted to wait till they had some big changes. So now we've got those, and we're ready to try again, kind of starting over in a new place.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
What's that?
I'm way up here in the top of this mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the highest point we can get to. This map is beautifully huge.
Yeah, it's freaking giant, it looks like. The mountains are a lot bigger. They feel bigger. We'll try to avoid them if possible. Some places I know we're going to have to, especially for the mines and stuff, we're going to have to climb. But
well, even the logging, you have to climb to get to the logging.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
So do you think it's better to work your way down? I still do play FS22. Yep.
Sometimes, yeah, because uh, it depends on your like the engine you're going to use with the grade, you know.
Yeah, true. I try to keep it at once again like 2.5 at the most, 2 to 3. So am I looking? That's got to be the farm there. Let's take a look at the map.
Yeah, I put a thing there. You can
Okay.
jump to it.
So we're looking at going. I think that's pretty much straight ahead this way is where we're looking for the sawmill. Yeah, I do play FS22. Micah and I have two. If you watch our YouTube channel at all, we have 2 series going. We Yep, we have Zoop Zoop Zoop, which takes place in Europe, Poland to be precise, and then we have our what's the name of the other one? Spruce Mountain, which we're finishing. Yeah, I do like the European maps. I mean, obviously, Giants is a European company. It seems like their strength really is the European map thing. Their American maps have been pretty good though recently. Elm Creek is one of my all-time favorite maps from Giants. They did a great job with that map, and it's pretty American feeling. So I'm happy with that. But pardon me. Well, that's kind of what we're doing. We have what I feel like are my 2 favorite maps, and we already have series on them. So definitely check them out. Spruce Mountain is the first one, and the new Zoop 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 is the other one. So, and then we're playing Piggy Farm on the Valley of the Old Farm, and that's also a great map. So hopefully that makes sense. Oh, you're saying Tallback? Here's the thing, man. I'm not taking any new series on right now. We're getting ready to move. I don't have time to add unfortunately more content into what we're already doing. That sounds cool though, Tallback. I'll have to check it out. And maybe at some point we will. But for right now, I just need to get the house moved. I'm trying to keep the series that I have going and finishing. And but I will be, once we get settled at the new place, I'll start working on stuff again. Still trying to decide if I'm going to try to get a full-time job where we're moving to. I might just try to get a part-time job like in town, working at like a restaurant or something. So Arizona's out. The properties that we looked at that we can afford, none of them have water. And it's a big disaster to get it. It is not easy to get water out there. So no, we are going to be going local. We're going to probably end up in Kentucky. That seems to be the best bet for us right now. So there you go. I'm going to bring this back a little bit. I hate to erase some of what we've done, but I'm seeing that that's the wheat farm over there. And if we look at the map, we should be heading. Yeah, we're heading to the north of it. We're going to have to swing to the right a little bit because I need to head towards this mountain. So we are going to be moving to Kentucky. With the places that we've looked, out of all of them, the place that's affordable that we can afford and is Kentucky. So we looked all over the place for different prices, different land prices, stuff like that. Places that have property and also homes. And just homes in general. Ohio is really expensive for some reason. It just, unless you're in the ghetto, there's not a lot out there that's nice. So,
Or the grotto.
huh? What'd you say?
Or the grotto. If you're in the grotto, it's fine.
In the ghetto or the grotto? The grotto. That's a term, man. I haven't heard that in a long time. The grotto. That's like out of a Dr. Seuss book. This needs to come up a little bit still. So, well, here's the thing. So if I can't go all the way out west, and yeah, we looked everywhere pretty much. We looked in Wyoming. There are properties that are available, but once again, they're not developed at all. And to get the things that you need, like water and stuff like that, it's pricey. It's real expensive. So yeah, we did look into the Wyoming. And there are some really nice places in Wyoming, but I think for our needs, we're going to be looking more in our area. So, oh, and by the way, they changed the physics in this game a bit. So it's going to be. Oh no! See, I pressed the wrong button. Shoot! You got to be careful because with the new physics, the trains derail a lot easier if the corner's too tight. So I would say you got to kind of keep your like your turn radiuses above like 70 or 80 if possible. Probably more like 100 to be more realistic. Wait, no, there isn't. What? Yeah, there's no yeah, it's derailing, right? Yeah, so anyway, we looked in those different places, but honestly, I still have work that I have to do here. I've got jobs that are going to come in during the summer. I've got my wedding company that I work for that is still going to be doing weddings, and I'm already signed up for a bunch of those. So I got to kind of do those too. So we're kind of, I mean, we're stuck. I have to still come back to Ohio. So Kentucky's the closest place that's affordable. And honestly, throughout the country where we've looked, it seems like it's the most affordable of all the places because no one wants to live there. But it's actually really pretty. We found a really nice property already that we're going to, if we get enough, we're going to go for and then try to make it nice and livable. Nope, I don't want free. I want precise. All right. This is probably a good turn right there. And that's going to, there we go. Derail Valley. So, yep. While I would prefer to live in Wyoming, I think realistically what we're going to be able to afford is Kentucky. And also because I need to get back to Ohio. My kids are still here, so I need to be able to come back and see them and not be hours and hours. Yeah, and Micah, because Micah's close too. Like, what about me?
I'd like to be visited.
Yeah, I know. And not that far away, honestly. I'm going to take... Okay, so now we're going to take this turn back down to 0. Now, we will add... I'm probably going to add a Y in here. A big Y. Why? From the logging camp. And that way we can... There is a way to turn the trains around, too, if we need to. Chopped liver. Micah's chopped liver. Let's see, are we doing...
Sometimes I feel that way.
Sometimes I feel like chopped liver. Nope, and then we're coming back down here. Then are we heading the right direction? Does this look right? Yep, right towards the sawmill. We're growing here, Stephen, at the 1% grade. It's getting too tall. We'll stop there. And let's see. Would you, at this height, do you think you would... They probably would just keep it on
dirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would keep it on dirt until it looks a little ridiculous. I'd say if it gets close to being maybe a man and a half, if you get over a man and a half high, then I would start.
Then it starts going to the bridge, yeah. Wow, this is such a pretty map. I can't... See, I want to live here. I want my house to be right over here somewhere. Oh, look, there it is. The farm. We're taking your farm, by the way, and making it a house. I will work on that. Got a little spur going on there. And the logging camp, I think... Yeah, that hill there is this right there. And so you want to work around that way. So the logging camp's up in the hills there, huh, Micah?
Yeah.
All right, so before we get down going here... Yeah, Astoria is beautiful too. I do love Astoria, actually. It's gorgeous. I could live there. Besides, that's where they filmed the Goonies.
All right. Let's hit the cattle farm.
Scania says hi, by the way, Mr. Micah, if you don't have your little extra screen up.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's hard to see sometimes. I'll try to pay more attention.
I'm going to try to see if I can see the sawmill.
Cameo. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The story is beautiful. Let's see, looking back. I just want to look down there. Wow, it is down in the valley. Look at that. Dang.
I really like this game.
I know, I do too. Oh my gosh, that is it way off in the distance. You guys see that way by like the base of the mountains there? Way over here by the lake, that's the sawmill. So, yeah. We could actually maybe route the train this way.
There's also a water tower over there too as well.
Oh, already down there?
Yeah, there's some sort of like water well it's called. So I placed a thing there as well.
Oh no, are they going to make us start refilling the water towers manually?
That's all right.
Oh geez.
I'll take that on.
There is a water tanker car in the game now, so
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Have to keep the.
Well, what's cool is you can always include a water tanking car with every train.
Yeah, true. Though I don't think you can fill from the tank to the train. You can fill.
No, what I mean is that way if you're going through, you can always top them off.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to take the cattle farm as my house.
Maybe for cattle too? Yep, there you go. It's pretty cool. We're going to have to build all that.
Some cows.
Some burgers.
Oh, it comes with a 2-story house there already.
Yeah, Aurora. It's Aurora something, Jaywa. I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's a very western looking map. Let's see. I'll go straight now.
Should I put this?
I'm still at a 1% downgrade. We may have to increase that.
Ooh.
Oh, I can't. I gotta watch it here. I can only go that. Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I think I'm really small for the size of this house. I walk up and the doorknob's like right at my chin.
So either you're short or the house is tall.
The house is a little big, probably.
Is it Aurora Falls in the Hunter? That's a good question, Jay. And I think back here we should put a switch. Watch for cowboys. Yeah, this has a very... Most of the maps in this game are very Western feeling, though. I will say that they do feel Western often. Because that's kind of where all this railroad expansion, narrow gauge stuff was going on, really. The character short and Way of the Hunter, yeah. Yeah, we'll clear some of these as we go. I do really like the more openness of this map, though. It feels a little bit more open.
Oh
my. Uh-oh. Okay. Yep, landing flats. All right, and we're going to do this and back down to 0% grade here. We're going to start working our way back down.
It's funny, the cow place is making all these cow noises.
Oh, jeez. Moo.
Like there's audio in every, so far that I've gone, like at the sawmill it's cutting.
Right.
And then at the logging it's chopping trees, and then at the cattle farm it's just cows mooing.
Moo. Nope, that's not right. That's right. There we go. Okay. That's going to go back that way to take the log train over to the logging station.
Why did they design... Oh, it must be because the oil fields are back there.
So we're going to go 2% down. The map that's what it looks like. You mean dead like
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot of trees.
I mean, this is what it looks like though out west. Yeah. If you've ever been to like Wyoming or Montana or Colorado, there's a lot of places that look like this. It's
the trees are sparse.
Yep, you don't see a lot of anything. There's no people, there's no buildings. Yeah, it's pretty lonely. Very empty. Yeah. And so this is not unrealistic in any way, shape, or form. That's what it looks like out west. Let's see. We can go to Bridge 2.
I was going to say, they probably had to cut down on the trees for for performance.
Possibly. I think people got complained about it too, though. They wanted less trees for sure. I know people were talking about like, hey, can we
calm the trees down a bit?
Yeah, calm the trees down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, Scania, that in the U.S. that have never been to these places. It's out west, and there, how do I put this? Like the United States is, it's a little smaller than mainland, like Central Europe or mainland Europe, I guess. But you have to think of it like that. Like, our states are kind of like your guys' countries. So, when you have, some of these states are the size of Norway and there's 50 of them, and they're big. So you have places where you can have people that live on one side of the country and they just never have the opportunity to get out. Thankfully when I was young, my mom liked to travel, and so we went out west frequently, and I got to see some of these places that are like this. And pretty much a lot of Utah, a lot of Arizona, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, parts of California, parts of Oregon. They're just untouched. I remember one time I was working, and I drove from Phoenix, Arizona to, I took a 2-day trip from one property that I was working at to another. And instead of flying, I'm like, hey, I'll just go over the weekend if you guys will let me drive. You don't have to fly. They were going to fly me and stay in a hotel for 2 days. And I'm like, well, I'd like to drive if I can. And they were like, sure. So I drove the 2-day trip from, down in Arizona. I went through Albuquerque and I went through Santa Fe. And there was one spot where I got up at 6 a.m. and I left Santa Fe. And I drove around the southern corner, I guess, of Colorado, you could say. And literally, I drove for 2.5 hours and saw nobody and no buildings and no other cars. I was the only person on the freeway. There was nothing. And then, in the middle of nowhere, kind of in a spot just like this, I was looking off this way, driving around a corner, and you see those mountains in the background and these plains. There were 2 guys on horses, 2 cowboys, in full cowboy gear, hats, chaps, everything. Like they were totally decked out like cowboys on horses, and they were like just riding along. And then I drove for another hour and a half before I actually got back into civilization. I don't know what those guys were doing out there. Obviously herding cattle or something, but man, it is desolate out there. And it was the coolest thing ever. I'm like, that is so cool. And how do I get a job doing what those guys do? Because that was so cool. Dang, once again, we're at a place where this is pretty steep ground, and I'm going down at a 2% grade, and we're going to have to weave around a bit to get down there. We'll try to get back over to the land here so we're not doing so much bridge. Let me see here. Yeah, if you look at Utah and Arizona, there's nothing. It's like, what do you do with dirt? It's just dirt. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles of dirt. Yeah, New Mexico too. New Mexico's a little bit greener. And obviously northern Arizona is more green too, but there's just nothing out there in a lot of those places. Oh, crap. I think I forgot. I didn't put the grade in. Hold on. Let me see real quick here. Yeah, just find your way, right? Back down to the bridges.
You say bridges? Or
Bridges.
bridges?
No bridges.
Bridges. Oh, okay.
You bet your britches. You bet your sweet bippy.
I will have to say, I really kind of like not having all the. I mean, I miss having like forests,
right,
but I'm so glad you can actually see we're going to be laying track.
right. Can kind of plan a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, you see people doing that out there too, Scania. Yeah, and when you do it for, and keep in mind things are way smaller in American Truck Simulator than they are in real life. Like those big sweeping curves and stuff. Like you don't. Even ATS feels small compared to the real thing. It's literally a quarter the size, so it does scale down a bit. Yeah, I think we're gonna.
Oh man, Arthur, I wish you could see this.
What are you doing?
So beautiful.
Are you up in the mountains?
Yeah, the sun's rising. It's wow. This is beautiful.
This is challenging.
I'm just gonna drop a post box here because this is a nice, beautiful spot.
Okay. Wait, why am I at 0% grade again? Urgh, this tool's making me nuts. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to redo these because I feel like they're at 0 grade. That's why we're not going... I mean... Crap. I'm just going to redo all this. Sorry, guys. I'm not happy. It feels like it didn't go the way I wanted it to go.
You're not happy?
Are you making fun of me?
You gotta be happy.
All right. I'm satisfied. Oh, man.
Okay.
Micah's ready. Oh, I need to get rid of the demolished button. Okay, this is all still graded down, I can tell. Last thing we need is a roller coaster where we're going up, going down, going up. And by the way, I set it to like a 3-minute night, so it'll be night for a couple minutes, and then the sun will go back up. We are going down to that sawmill, Jay. That's where we're going. Pardon me. Yeah, see? The grade's gone. Urgh. I don't know if you want to start...
Yeah, you're going to need to go down.
I'm trying. We're probably going to have to swing around a bit.
It would be nice if you go to an area, it would show its elevation.
Right, so you could tell where you need to...
Right, so you could always you could look at your elevation or where you start, you know.
I think we'll get down there okay, but we might have to swing back around. Once again, though,
well, if you look at the map, it's like you could almost swing out toward. That's the thing is, I think the refinery.
I'm gonna do it again.
The refinery, and the Sawmill are similar in height. Like
we're gonna go for a 3% grade. Do it over. Do over.
Well, you're too high, right?
Way too high. Yeah, and it's not. We're getting higher up as we go. So.
Oh, this is beautiful too. Gosh, these guys did such a great job with this map.
I know. It is. It's stunning. Plus the atmosphere stuff that they added in is really good. They've done a great job. I need to put a telegraph house at the top of that hill so I don't have to keep walking all the way back. All right. Let's put this down. Well, I'm just shocked we don't have more viewers. This surprises me. I've been playing games I didn't think people would watch. We got a ton of people in, and then we're doing this game that everybody likes, and no one's watching. Maybe we've passed the time of happiness on this game.
I hope not.
How do I rotate?
4 and 6.
I did the wrong thing. 4. There we go.
All right, let's hit the dredge.
Let's see. We're always, to most of the people in the U.S., live on the east side of the U.S. Yeah, and I think that's, I mean, yeah, realistically, because there's no water out west. You kind of gotta. It's too. I mean, there are a lot of people that have moved out west, but I think it's there's a time where it's going to reach its limit because already there's issues with water out there, and you can only have so many people living in a desert, and most of that area is desert. So we're gonna have to wait till daytime comes back. Dang it! Wow, is that pretty?
I know. Are you getting the aurora?
I'm seeing the aurora. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Oh.
Look at that. That's so cool.
That's one thing I'd love to go see before I die.
Oh, that'd be cool. Sequoias. The giant sequoias are worth seeing for sure. I mean, you could do it in one trip. Just go to middle of California and then drive the coast north all the way up to the northern part of Seattle and into Vancouver and stuff, and you should see it when you get into Canada. I think you probably can see it in Seattle too, but I'm not sure. That's beautiful. So cool. So pretty. Look at those mountains at night.
Steamboat?
Say again?
I was thinking this is a steamboat. It is a boat.
There's a steamboat?
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's like a dredge. It's dredging.
Oh, and it says dredge. Okay, that's cool. I wonder what they dredge.
The muck.
The muck. But what do they do with it? Like, I guess we have to carry it away, probably?
Maybe it's really good material. Let's see. There's.
Oh, for like pipes. Fertilizer? Yeah, that might be.
Yeah, maybe. Steel pipes, coal. That must be what it needs. Gold. Gold ore.
Oh, they're dredging for gold. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Nighttime. I'm just not sure where to put this house.
I'm going to pause. All right, so we're starting to get daylight coming in a little bit, and I got my lantern too. The Express. Dang it. I didn't want to make this so bridgy. I was trying to avoid like doing all these bridges. But I guess there's nothing we can really do, is there? Because this is how the valley rolls. So,
running on water.
The good news is we're coming down fast enough that we should be down to the ground way before we get to the sawmill. And then it looks like the ground dips again. We're going to make a curve here. So I'm going to curve this to the right. Maybe about there. Try to get it down to the ground. Yeah, true. Unless you want a roller coaster. I mean, it is out west. There's a lot of terrain to fight. I don't want to get turned too much this way because the mill's over to the right. But you can see that we're still battling downhill here. I'm gonna, yeah, like that. That looks good. Oh, I mean, people see it. They just have to go. But some people just don't because they don't ever travel. But that's usually a choice, you know. Because it takes money, obviously, to travel. So, but yeah, it is a beautiful country out west. I think it'd be a great place to be a trucker, maybe. Maybe also a scary place to be a trucker though too, because you'd be constantly worrying, dealing with like big hills and stuff.
Especially Colorado.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of
Remember that
traffic.
trucker that they gave 110 years to because his brakes failed.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's right. But it wasn't like some kind of he was on drugs or something like that. Like there was some.
I don't think so. Like I don't even think he was young. I think he was a
Yeah, I
young
remember.
driver. But I don't think it was his truck for maintenance and his brakes failed.
Oh, and so he got in trouble for somebody else's bad maintenance.
Well, yeah, I think I shouldn't really say too much, but that's all I kind of.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, that was a long time ago, but I do remember it.
Remember the truckers didn't deliver to Colorado, so then they lowered his sentence to 10 years.
Oh, that's like right. That. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, there's different things. Our country, and it's funny too. The other thing too, Scania, that you do see and it's funny. ATS does show it pretty well. Every state has its own personality. They're not like when you drive from one state to another. Pretty quickly, you see the differences between them. Like they're not the same. Ohio's different than Michigan. Indiana's different. I didn't mean to. Dang it. So you'll get different like feelings in each state. It's kind of cool how it happens. I didn't want that to happen. Shoot. Right. Yeah. See, that's how. If I drive 2 hours in one direction, I'm in Michigan. If I drive 4 hours, I can be in Kentucky. If I drive 3 hours, I can be in Indiana. 2.5 hours, hour and a half to 2 hours to Pennsylvania. So Ohio's probably similar sized, and that's how it is. Yeah. And yeah, and that's how So it's kind of it's the same idea. It's just instead of countries, you've got states.
Arthur, there's a guy here.
Doing what?
Sitting on a bench.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, he's just sitting on a bench.
Waiting for us to build the railroad.
Yeah, I think it's passenger service.
Oh, I don't think they've added that in yet, have they?
This is a Railway Express agency. I'm just not really sure where to put the...
Oh. The telegraph house?
Yeah, I'll just lay it. We'll probably have to redo it.
I'm going to put telegraph house here again, so if I fall, I don't have to walk all the way back again. Another shed. I'll have to get rid of all these. I walked all the way out here, made like 4 inches of bridge and fell off. Okay, let's lower this down. It's going to be 3 degrees again. Yep. And then we're going to have to, once I get down there, we're going to have to figure out where the tracks are going and reconnect them up to this. Oh, wow. This is going to be a really long drive to get logs even.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, for me to go out west, it would be 14 hours, I think, to the nearest. No, more than that. 22 hours probably to Colorado to see the first mountains. Now, we have mountains in Kentucky and Tennessee, Maine, Pennsylvania, the Appalachian Mountains, but they're not the same. They're like little bumpy, grassy hills compared to the Rocky Mountains and stuff out west. Jeez, oh, Pete. So
Yeah, if you look at the map, I think you're going to end up making a log run. It depends how high it is, but I think you might end up making a log run that goes out the backside of the lumber camp to go down to the sawmill.
okay, let's see.
Like, I think there's going to be more than one way into in each industry.
Okay, so this is just
Almost.
basically we'll worry about going back to the mainland, basically,
Mhm.
and then we'll have another railway running up to the logging camp. You think?
Oh, there's probably going to be two ways up to the logging camp.
Okay,
Maybe
I can
it
do
just
that.
depends how steep it is.
It's very steep. Okay, it looks like we're getting down to the froggy bottom here.
They don't make an option to build two tracks next to each other, do they?
Yeah.
That like they're linked, like they're connected, so they're just right next to each other.
Ooh. No, I mean what you do is you would lay down those cross pieces, and then
and then connect them.
and then run them to those, and then they would stay the same distance apart, so that you have a nice, clean run. Look at that. We're back down on the ground. Almost. I'll have to see the other way up to the logging camp to figure it out. Right. In 22 hours, it'd only take me halfway across the country. It takes about, it's like a 3.5. If you're driving straight and not like stopping, I don't know who's done it. I think it's like a 4.5 or 5 day drive. See, the problem here, Micah, that I'm seeing, unless the logging camp, I'm missing something here. It looks like the logging camp, there's a huge mountain ridge here to go that back way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Like there's a really big
when I
cliff.
look at the map.
On the map, it looks.
Yeah, there's like it's a flat area that
Yeah.
goes out the back.
Yeah, no.
But,
See that brown stuff? Like where? Do you see where I am? You can't see where I am on the map, can you?
yeah.
Okay, there's this brown thing here. That is a complete like 400-foot drop off.
Right, but if you follow the map to the bottom right corner, you might be able to loop and go down.
Like going around, like past the water well and around that very bottom corner. That might.
Yeah. Maybe it just depends how steep it's going to be.
Yeah,
I'm running across this map and it goes up and down quite a bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna go look. I'll go look that way. It doesn't. Well, we'll look in a minute. Well, for now, I'll finish this line. Yeah, you wouldn't. That's why people, when they go to the other side of the country, Scania, they fly. They usually don't, unless you have to drive it. Like people just fly. No helicopter though. The helicopters are slow. Helicopters are not good for travel. They're only good for short distance stuff. Yeah, like hospital runs, stuff like that, covering the news. Like Chopper 1.
And they're not as efficient as a plane. It's fuel.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't want to try to do a long distance trip in a helicopter because you'd be stopping every 10 minutes. But yes, an airplane for sure. That's how people travel. So it'd be like you going to Ireland or something. You know what I mean? From where you live, you wouldn't drive. You might take a train, but in the U.S. we don't have those train options. It used to be like that, but then the air industry took over. So now you just, and tickets aren't that bad. Like I can get to. So here's the deal. 44 has a pickup truck that was his dad's, and he is looking to sell it. And I need to, obviously, as you guys know, from this whole trucking fiasco, from this stupid guy that stole my money and all that stuff, and you know the whole story. I am waiting to get back my truck, and so I still need a truck. And so 44 has got this truck, and so I'm probably, once I sell the house, I'm going to need a truck right away because we need to start moving stuff. So I'll need to be able to trailer things and move things. And what my thought is to fly down to where 44 lives and pick up the truck. And flights are about $150. So it's about the same as rail fare to go from, let's say, from where you're at to go to England or something. Like you're traveling half of the continent, and you're going to get there pretty cheap. So, yes, yep, and airlines. I mean, I remember watching a special from the Illinois Central Railroad, and the guy was, this guy talking about like the unfairness of the system that basically killed he was at the time the railroads were still working okay, but they were struggling, and it was right before the government, bought out all the passenger services and stuff, and but he was, making, like, hey, look, this isn't fair. You guys have all these regulations on the railroads, and yet, you're using the tax dollars that we're paying to make free airports and to make free interstates. You're basically taking our money and making it into a dagger and driving it into our side. And that's what happened. I mean, not to say that the railroads didn't do some bad things before that. They were definitely, there was a lot of corruption and stuff that went on, and monopolies and stuff that went on in the U.S. in the like Civil War era with trains up until even like 1920s and stuff. There was a lot of, shady dealings that went on, and companies that got put out of business because other companies got bigger and they smushed them. And so America made a bunch of antitrust regulations and to stop that kind of stuff from happening. And then, but then those regulations did not get repealed when it was all over. And so the railroads continued to have to operate under these, draconian taxes and stuff. And it really did kill the industry. The airlines and stuff got all the things they wanted for free, and the railroads had to pay for it all. So it kind of, they used it to put them out of business, and it was a bad situation. And eventually it got so bad that America's government ended up taking over a lot of the railways, and what we have is Conrail. Conrail was a government entity to start with, and so was Amtrak. Amtrak took all the passenger stuff and basically governmentized it. So oh, you're scared to fly, huh? It's not bad. Lately though, I will say, with all the stuff that went on with Boeing and like the door flying off and finding out like all the crazy stuff that's going on, like it's kind of, it does make you think twice about flying and how like flight safety and stuff. But I think,
Jim, don't forget to put the bolts in the door, okay? Yeah, no problem. I got it.
I got it. No worries. Oh, is it break time? Sweet.
Yeah.
I've been needing a break. So that kind of stuff is, it does make you kind of want to go, I don't know if I really want to fly and get ripped in half when the window pops out. Those are the kind of things that they spent millions of dollars trying to prevent. So.
Okay, let me get this.
There's like a ridge here that's killing me. Let's see, I want to bring this to 0 or 1.5 pretty quick.
Oh. Wait,
what's up?
Is this outputs or inputs? There's water.
Oh.
I'm at the stamp mill. Oh, you can go inside of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, flying can be fun. It's not bad. You get used to it. But it can be a little intimidating if you haven't done it before. I remember the first time I flew in an airplane, I was a little scared, but then right away it turned into, ooh. All right, let's we're getting into the Sawmill here. So we did have to make a pretty big loop, but it's not honestly that bad of a loop. It's more, we had to swing a bit to get out and around so that we had some leverage to get down here. Once again, Mike, I don't think we can get to that back way. If you want to survey that and see if it's doable, but I think you're going to find it's going to be like an 8% grade to get up that hill from here. It's just a huge, we could put a climax eventually in there. You know what I mean? Like down the road. That'd be cool. He said, All right, let's see what's going on over here. So we've got our loading platforms.
Oh,